Hello students, good morning. Today we are going to read our next essay, Selected Snow Bridge by Aldous Huxley. Aldous Huxley, he was a British writer and he was born in a very wealthy and very powerful British family. Actually, he belonged to the ruling class of Britain. He was primarily a novelist, though he also wrote short stories, poems, and travelogues and essays also. In his novels and in his essays, the kind of subject matters which he has chosen, in all them, he appears to be a very critical observer of the traditions, customs, social norms, and ideals, and the effect of science on our society. He was a close friend of D.H. Lawrence, the famous English novelist of 19th century. The first novel written by Aldous Huxley was Point Counterpoint. Aldous Huxley also wrote for films. He entered the Hollywood in 1938 and he became a screenwriter. The notable works of Huxley include Eyeless in Gaza, Brave New World, Ends and Means, an inquiry into the nature of ideals and into the methods employed for their realization. In the current essay, Selected Snow Bridge, the author discusses about this human frailty of being snow. He says that these snow bridge means the feeling of being hateful to others or trying to patronize others by showing or by making them inferior to you. Means a snob is one person who feels himself superior to others by ways of what he feels or what he believes or how he thinks of other things. So in this essay he talks about some of the famous snow bridge or the general trait of snow bridge, that how people find different things or different occasions to make themselves feel superior to others or to make others inferior to themselves. It was inevitable that all men are snobs about something. One is almost tempted to add, there is nothing about which men cannot feel snobbish. But this would doubtless be an exaggeration. Huxley says that all men are snobs about something. He makes being snobbish a universal trait of human beings. He says all the human beings, all the men are snobs about one thing or another thing. Means he says there are snobs. All men are snobs about something. Though they might not be snobbish about one thing, but he or she might be snobbish about the other thing. Means it is a general trait which is observed among all the human beings. How one is almost tempted to add, and it is this trait of snobbery is so widespread or so commonplace that one is tempted to add even that there is nothing about which man cannot feel snobbish, that there is nothing in this world, no single thing in this world exists of which a man cannot feel to be snobbish, though he himself says that this would doubtless be an exaggeration. This would be an exaggeration. Exaggeration means to tell the things in far more high terms than they are actually. मतलब किसी भी चीज़ को बढ़ा चढ़ा के उसके बारे में बहुत ज़्यादा रूप से कहना बजाय उसके जितना वो हो। यानी अगर वो कह रहा है कि अगर हम ये कहें कि वन इज ऑलमोस्ट टेम्प्टेड टू ऐड दैट देयर इज नथिंग अबाउट विच मैन कैन नॉट फील स्नोबिश, कि दुनिया में ऐसी कोई चीज़ नहीं है जिसके बारे में व्यक्ति जो है वो स्नोबिश महसूस नहीं करता है। ये जो कथन है ये टू हैग्जले सीम्स क्वाइट एन एग्जैजरेशन, कि ये शायद बात को बढ़ा चढ़ा के कहना है। मतलब देर आर सम थिंग्स फॉर विच नोबडी लाइक टू show himself as snobbish. There are certain disfiguring and mortal diseases about which there has probably never been any snobbery. And that is the reason he gives. He says no, that if you say that on every thing we can feel snobbish, so he refutes this idea that no, that can't be true. Why? Because there are some diseases, some disfiguring and some mortal diseases. Though people become snobbish about diseases even, but he says about the disfiguring kind of diseases and about mortal kind of diseases. Two kind of diseases are there of which nobody ever claims to be snob. Like what? Like the disfiguring diseases. Disfiguring means those kind of diseases which damage our physical appearance. Those are disfiguring diseases. And mortal diseases, deadly diseases. These are two kind of diseases of which nobody ever likes to be a snob. Means nobody boast of such डिजीजेज है ना। एक तो ऐसी डिजीजेज हैं जो हमारी जो शारीरिक संरचना है, हमारी जो शारीरिक बनावट है उसको डिसफिगर कर देते हैं, यानी उसमें बदलाव ला देते हैं, उसको नुकसान पहुंचाते हैं। एंड द अदर वन आर द मोर्टल डिजीजेज, यानी जो डेडली डिजीज हैं जिनकी वजह से हमारी मृत्यु हो सकती है। उनके बारे में देयर इज probably never been any snobbery. No one has ever boasted of such disease which can disfigure his physical appearance or which can cause his death. I cannot imagine, for example, that there are any leprosy snobs. And for this example, he says that I cannot imagine, for example, that there is anyone in this world who is a leprosy snob. Leprosy is that kind of disease in which we have those white kind of spots on our body, and out of that we got our limbs damaged, जिसको हम हिंदी में कुष्ठ रोग के नाम से जानते हैं, जिसमें हमारे शरीर पे सफ़ेद चकते या धब्बे उभर आते हैं और लेटरोन हमारा वो जो अंग होता है वो काम करना बंद कर देता है या उसमें वो काटना पड़ जाता था। दैट इज द लेप्रोसी. सो ही सेज दैट देयर इज नो पर्सन हु एवर बोस्ट ऑफ दैट ही हैज लेप्रोसी, है ना। हम मतलब कई बार होता है ना, इवन यू माइट हैव नोटिस दिस थिंग दैट स्नोबरी, व्हाट इज स्नोबरी। अगर हम सिंपल एग्जाम से बात करें ना, साधारण रूप से हम बात करें कि व्हाट इज स्नोबरी ना, अपने आप को सेल्फ स्टीम देना, अपने आप को सुपीरियर शो करना दूसरों से। सो लाइक यू माइट हैव नोटिस दैट पीपल हु आर लिविंग इन सिटी और हु माइट बी स्टडिंग इन सिटी, और if he comes to the villages and if he goes to the farms or even in our household, sometimes they start sneezing and then they say, oh, I have allergy from the dust. That is something like snobbery ना। स्नोबरी हम किसे कहते हैं, ये जो दिखावा, अपने आप को औरों से श्रेष्ठतम घोषित करना। तो वो कह रहा है कि बीमारी के बारे में भी लोग स्नोब्स होते हैं, लेकिन कौन सी के बारे में नहीं होते, जो घातक होती हैं या जिनसे हमारी शारीरिक बनावट जो है वो बिगड़ सकती है, जिससे हम बद्दे दिखें, बदसूरत दिखने लग जाएं, ऐसी बीमारी के बारे में कोई स्नोब नहीं होता। फॉर एग्जाम्पल ही सेज दैट नो वन बोस्ट्स ऑफ लेप्रोसी। लेकिन जैसे मैंने उदाहरण दिया ना, जैसे हम कई बार देखते हैं कि अगर कोई शहर में रह रहे हैं, वो गांव में जब आते हैं तो कई बार वो छींकना शुरू कर देते हैं, दैट आई हैव एलर्जी फ्रॉम डस्ट, मुझे डस्ट से एलर्जी। दैट इज स्नोबरी, दैट आई डोंट live in dust or I don't like dust, something like that. More picturesque diseases, even when they are dangerous, and less dangerous diseases, particularly when they are the diseases of the rich, can be and very frequently are a source of snobbish self-importance. It says there are some diseases which are picturesque disease. Picturesque means which can be narrated in a very पिक्चोरियल मैनर, है ना, जिसको एक मतलब बहुत अच्छी इमेज हम ड्रॉ कर सकते हैं उस बीमारी की, उसका वर्णन जब हम करें तो वो बहुत ही पिक्चरस को आकर्षित करने वाला हो. सो दीज पिक्चरस डिजीजेज इवन व्हेन दे आर डेंजरस एंड लेस डेंजरस डिजीजेज, नो मैटर if that disease is dangerous or not, but it should be picturesque, and especially those who are considered as the diseases of the rich. If something of that sort is there, क्या कि that disease should be generally considered to be disease of the rich person. एक बात कि उस डिजीज को, उस बीमारी को रिच लोगों की बीमारी के रूप में अगर हम परिभाषित कर रहे हैं, अगर हम बता रहे हैं तो, एंड सेकेंडरी दैट डिजीज शुड बी पिक्चरस्क, यानी उसका वर्णन जो हम करें वो दैट सीम शुड बी अट्रैक्टिव एंड वेरी ब्यूटीफुल काइंड ऑफ डिजीज इट शुड सीम, that then it can be and very frequently are a source of snobbish self-importance. If such is the case, like I have told about the डिजीज ऑफ एलर्जी, है ना, जैसे मैंने एलर्जी के बारे में बताया कि ये अगर इसके बारे में ऐसा हो कि पिक्चरस इसका डिस्क्रिप्शन हो कि मुझे इससे एलर्जी हो जाती है, तब मुझे ऐसा फील होने लग जाता है, तब मुझे ऐसा फील होता है वो, और इफ़ इट बिलोंग्स टू द रिच पीपल, और अगर ये बीमारी रिच पीपल से बिलोंग करने वाली हो जैसे कोई, देन इट बिकम्स ए सोर्स ऑफ सेल्फ इम्पोर्टेंस, तब ये एक सेल्फ इम्पोर्टेंस का सोर्स जो है वो बन जाती है ऑब्वियसली. I have met several adolescent consumption snobs who thought that it would be romantic to fade away in the flower of youth like Keats or Mary Baskets. Alas, the final stages of the consumptive fading are generally a good deal less romantic than these ingenious young tubercle snobs seem to imagine. He says, I have met several adolescent consumption snobs. He said, I have met several persons who claim themselves to be ill with consumption. Consumption is tuberculosis, TB, जिसे हम TB की बीमारी कहते हैं, उसके बारे में वो कर रहा है कि I have seen some people, मीन्स उस टाइम की बात कर रहा है अपने समय की, who claim themselves to be down with tuberculosis, TB. Why they are claiming so? He gives the reason. Who thought that it would be romantic to fade away in the flower of youth like Keats or Mary Baskets. Because why they claim themselves to be ill with TB? Because these two people, John Keats was an English poet, romantic poet. He was a very famous poet. He has written very good poetry, and he was died of TB. Then comes this Maria Baskets. She was also a Ukrainian female painter and a sculptor. Again, she died in a very young age of TB. So this is that, like them, like Maria Baskets or like John Keats, they imagine themselves to be dying very young, in a very, that is a romantic feeling to think yourself like that, we will die like Keats or Mary. But he says, alas, the final stages of the consumptive fading are generally a good deal less romantic than these ingenious young tubercle snobs seems to imagine. But he says that if these young people, young snobs of tuberculosis, if they knew that how painful it is to fade away of TB, then they would not have claimed so. ना, अगर उनको ये पता होता कि जो ट्यूबरकल स्नोब है उनकी जो फाइनल स्टेजेज हैं वो कितनी मतलब बुरी, कितनी दर्दनाक, कितनी तकलीफ उनको सहन करनी पड़ती है, अगर ये ऐसा उनको पता होता, then these young tuberculosis snobs would not have been claiming that thing. To anyone who has actually witnessed these final stages, the complacent poeticizings of these adolescents must seem as exasperating as they are profoundly pathetic. And he says, to a person who has actually witnessed, who has actually seen those final stages of a tuberculosis patient, to him, these poetic feelings or imaginations of claiming themselves as the patients of TB would not be or would be a source of exasperation, annoyance, है ना, चिड़चिड़ेपन का, एक गुस्से का उनको जो फीलिंग होती, would be as annoying, as exasperating as they are profoundly pathetic. If someone is really ill with TB, then everyone must have a feeling of empathy towards him. So he says, but if someone who comes to know that these people are just trying to show off that they are having TB, then he will be as annoying towards them as he is pathetic if they are really ill with that disease. In the case of those commoner disease snobs, whose claim to distinction is that they suffer from one of the maladies of the rich, exasperation is not tempered by very much sympathy. He says, but if we talk about those people who claim themselves to be ill with some of the diseases which are generally associated with rich only, in their cases, the annoyance, the anger will not be tempered by any kind of empathy, any kind of sympathy, because towards them the annoyance, the anger will be real and nothing will hamper that feeling of anger, that feeling of annoyance. People who possess sufficient leisure, sufficient wealth, not to mention sufficient health, to go traveling from spa to spa, from doctor to fashionable doctor in search of cures from problematic diseases which, in so far as they exist at all, probably have their source in overeating, cannot expect us to be very lavish in our solicitude and pity. He says, if I talk about those people who have sufficient wealth, who have sufficient leisure, means free time, not to mention sufficient health, because he is talking about disease snobbery. So they themselves say this thing that they are having some or other diseases. They go traveling from spa to spa, from doctor to fashionable doctor. So he says they go from one spa to another spa. Spa is a place where some medicated water or mineral rich water is used to ट्रीट दैट डिजीज, है ना. इस तरह के वो स्थान होते हैं, कई आपने भी सुना होगा, कई ऐसे झरने होते हैं, कई ऐसी जगह होती हैं जहाँ जाके अगर हम स्नान करते हैं, क्योंकि वहाँ कुछ खनिज, कुछ मिनरल ऐसे पाए जाते हैं जिनकी वजह से हमारे शरीर की कुछ जो लाइक एलर्जी, लाइक लेप्रोसी और इन सब का ट्रीटमेंट होता है. तो वो जो लोग होते हैं जो एक स्पा से दूसरे स्पा जाते हैं, एक डॉक्टर से दूसरे फैशनेबल डॉक्टर को जाते रहते हैं, और किस लिए? इन सर्च ऑफ क्योर्स फॉर प्रॉब्लमेटिक डिजीजेज. उनको ऐसी डिजीजेज होती हैं जिनसे उनको प्रॉब्लम्स फील होती हैं, प्रॉब्लमेटिक होती हैं उनके लिए, एंड विच इन सो फार एज दे एग्जिस्ट एट ऑल. पहली बात, दे डोंट एग्जिस्ट एट ऑल. पहली बात तो क्या होती है कि ऐसी कोई बीमारी उनको होती नहीं है. बट इफ दे एग्जिस्ट एट ऑल, द राइटर सेज, लेकिन अगर ऐसा है तो भी, प्रोबेबली हैव देयर सोर्स इन ओवर ईटिंग. व्हाई दे आर हैविंग दैट डिजीज? बिकॉज दे हैव ओवर ईटन, दे आर ग्लूटन्स. उन्होंने ज़्यादा खाने की वजह से उनको वो प्रॉब्लम महसूस हो रही है. दे कैन नॉट एक्सपेक्ट अस टू बी वेरी लेविश इन आर सोलिसिट्यूड एंड पिटी. ही सेज, if such a person is there who is just showing off himself to be ill with such diseases, or if he is claiming such kind of disease for himself, then we cannot show our pity to that person in any manner, because he is just posing himself to be ill with that disease. Otherwise he don't have any problem whatsoever of that kind of disease. So he says, if such is the case, then we would not show our solicitude or our pity towards that person because he is just showing off, he is a snob. So this is it. Thank you.